Create some projects. So from the CNET 128 page, you hit Projects. And then here, the first one I want to talk about is ES File Explorer, which is here, ES Explorer Command Injection, which is bloody awesome. I think I used this app. Everybody used this app. If you have an Android phone, you can't explore the file system. There's no Finder or Windows Explorer on it. You can't go through the files and folders and find things very easily, and that's what this app does. Like I say, there's 100 million downloads. Everybody used this. Most famous Android file manager. And it was garbage for years, and nobody noticed. Yes, and I see a question, a real important question. Can you use different phones? And you can pretty much use any different phone. I use anything from Android 5 up to Android 8, and with any of the user interfaces, they're all about the same. As far as I know, they work, all the assignments work pretty much on any of those. There's just a couple that tell you need a specific version. And that's an important one. So what I'm using here is my standard. What I use for most apps is I use a Nexus 6 with Android 8, just to be up to date. And that's what I'm using today. So here's the app, ES File Explorer. And you need to, if you install the modern version of ES File Explorer, they fixed this problem because it was serious. So you get an old one from a couple years ago. I saved the APK file here. You can download the APK file and just drag and drop it on your Android emulator and install it. And then you have ES File Explorer. So you launch, when you install it, it will launch. Let me just launch it. And I think once I've already launched it once there, it's up. I grant it whatever permission. Okay. Allow. Okay, I must have restored it to 0. So you have to give it the permissions. And now it lets you see the files on your phone and how much of your phone storage is full and stuff like that. That's all we want. So just leave it running. And now we're going to hack it. So I need to connect with ADB. So let me go through that. I'm going to launch my Kali Linux. And while that's loading, I'm going to have to answer a couple of stupid questions. All right, let's go to my phone. And let's see. My phone, I went into VirtualBox. And I told my phone, I turned on the second network interface, and I connected it bridge to my wireless network adapter. So if I go into Settings, I say Settings, there it's launching. It's a little bit slow is all. And then Network, and then Wi-Fi, and then Android Wi-Fi. I can see that I have an IP address of 10.0.0.8, which is the network addresses put out by my physical router. I'm connected through the wireless point to the router in my room, and that's handing out these addresses starting with 10. So if I go to my Kali Linux, which let me make this smaller, it's giving me a little problem. There we go. All right, and maximize this. All right, I'm trying to, there, now it's in the effective part of the screen. I'd like to maximize it, and it's giving me difficulty. All right. All right, let's see. There's the button to maximize it. Come on. There we go. Now I can clear, and I can make the font a little bigger. All right. Oops, that's not where he's just Control Plus in this environment. There we go. All right. So if I do IPA to see my IP address, I have 10.0.0.12. So I'm on the same network as that because I've set my virtual network adapter in my VMware here to also go to the same place, to bridge to my Wi-Fi. So that's good. So I'd be able, for example, to ping my Android phone. 10, I've got to get rid of this garbage, 10.0.0.8. Good. So then if I can ping it, I can connect to it with ADB connect 10.0.0.8:5555. All right, so I'm connected. And I can do ADB devices L, I think, minus L. And it will show me that I'm connected to a Google Nexus 6. So that's my simulated phone. So now I just need to play a couple of games with it, and I've got them here. We can do ADB shell and then netstat pant. So if I do ADB shell, now here I am on my Kali Linux running as a non-root user, but when I do ADB shell, I'm now on the Android phone, and running as the root user because I'm using Genymotion, and Genymotion is a rooted emulator. And I see someone asking, are all the projects due by tonight? Oh, certainly not. No. If you go to this page, there's a schedule. And we're only 210. Oh, the only thing that's due by tonight is the ones with asterisks. The earlier ones, yeah, these should have been done before. The asterisk means this is, if you turn them in later than tonight for those earlier ones, you'll lose a couple points for being late. That's all, yes. But all the earlier projects should be done by today if you want to get full points. However, I wouldn't sweat that too much because there's lots of extra credit points available. But yes, I see what you're saying. Yeah, all the projects in the first several weeks of class now, because we now passed the ed date, so no more students will be coming in. So now I'm going to start, my grader will take a few points off if you're late after tonight. But always turn them in, even if they're late. They're still worth most of the points, and it's good to do. Good? Anyway, so here's ES. So let's take a look at netstat minus PANT. This shows you the status of network processes on here. And you see there's various statuses here. What I want to see is listening ports. So I'm going to grep for listen. That'll do. Okay, so here's the ports that are listening on my Android device. Now here is ADB daemon listening on 5555. Now that makes sense. That's the thing I connected to do what I'm doing right now, to control it from a Linux machine. But here is something called eStrong-S listening on 59777, which is not obvious what that is or why it's listening. And so that is in fact the ES File Explorer. And so the point of File Explorer was so you could open on your phone and see the files and delete them and clean off the space and stuff, but without telling you, it just shares all the files to the whole world on a listening port, which is sort of mind-boggling. So you can attack it with this curl command. All you have to do is fill in the name of your phone. This is the API. You send it a request, a post request, and then you give it a command here, and there's just a series of commands you can execute on your phone through the API of that app. So if I put in that junk, and then I put in the address of my phone, which is 10008, and I think I need to put in the HTTP. I do, okay. All right, if I did it right, this will execute, okay, curl, oh, because I have to get off my phone. That request is to be sent from Kali into the phone. And right now I got a shell on the phone, so I have to exit from here. And now, Shift Control V, there we go. Now HTTP 10, HTTP : / yeah, 10.0.0.8 55.55. There we go. And now, empty reply. That's a little disturbing. It should have told me more than that. Let's see. And I tested it earlier and it worked. How rude. I wonder if it will help if I put this in the front. Now, HTTP 10.0.0. Oh, 55.55 is the wrong port number. It's got to be 59777. Okay. 59777. There we go. There. Now I get an answer. It tells me information about the phone, the name of it, and so on. So now I can get a list of pictures on the phone. And to get that list, I use this command list pics. So command list pics. And it will show me the images on the phone. And this is one I took yesterday that I can just wget. Wget HTTP 10.0.0.8 59777 / and then storage emulated all this garbage. Oh, whoa, it didn't copy very well, did it? All right. I'll give it another try. It was wget, okay. Control C, wget, HTTP 10.0.0.8 colon 59777. Okay, now I need all of this junk. Right click, copy. There we go. And the image, I want to get, say, this one. So I copy that and I paste it here. Okay, if I did it right, I will get it 10.0.0.8. Not found, so I made some kind of mistake here. Storage emulated 0, DKIM camera. Image 21.648.3.jpg. Huh. Well, let's try this. If I just copy the whole thing, okay, then I know that's right. So let's go back to here. All right, 10.0.0.8. Ah, now I got it. Good. And you can view the image with XDG open. And then all you need is the file name, which is this. So if I've done it right, that's a picture of me sitting in this room like earlier today. Yep, and there it is. So anyway, it's good, clean fun, and you can totally steal pictures off anybody's phone. And it's amazing. It was this way for years and nobody got it. Somebody saw I had 2 underscores. That's what it was. Anyway, so that's good, clean fun. And shows the general story of all these projects, which is that phone apps make incredibly stupid mistakes. And if you just learn how to audit them correctly, you'll find a lot of apps doing ridiculous things. So I'm going to stop that.